What's good, everybody, and welcome back to the final episode of an entry to Breath of the Wild combat. In this video, I'm going to show you the glitches that I think are expert level, in my personal opinion. Some are going to be somewhat easy to set up, but it's more about comboing now than the difficulty of any one trick, so keep that in mind going forward. When you go to parry with Lynel shields, it actually does damage. If you combine this with a crouch cancel, you can do this over and over again, and this can actually lead to a decent amount of damage, and it's pretty fun to do. Skew bouncing is a trick done to gain bullet time anywhere, like many other tricks. This is performed by facing Link towards the camera, and you need to be facing somewhere where when you shield surf forward, you can get bullet time and land on a very steep slope. Now, once you've done this, you want to jump forward, shield surf, and then pull your bow out. You want to land on the slope while in bullet time, and the next time you shield surf and remove your shield, you will go flying into the air. You can also get this trick by landing on the Master Cycle's back tire in bullet time. Bomb hold displacement is done by dropping the Master Cycle, walking up to it somewhat sideways, scoping into your Sheikah slate, and immediately pulling a bomb. If you do this correctly, you should be shot into the air and you should be able to pull your bow out, and this can give you bullet time. Targetless Parry is a trick you can use to, well, parry without targeting. It abuses the game's auto turnaround mechanic when you go to attack an enemy that's behind you. You do this by waiting for an enemy to attack you, holding Y for a very brief period, and then immediately releasing Y and then hitting A. I find this is easiest to do if you just slide your finger directly from Y across to A. You can parry a bomb arrow by shooting a bomb arrow, hitting Y immediately after releasing the bomb arrow, swap canceling to another one-handed weapon, and then immediately parrying. This is really hard to do, but if you can do it, it's super cool. I just want to quickly talk about quick methods to get bomb smuggle, which is putting a bomb on your arm. The fastest way to do this is stand in front of a bomb with your shield out and your camera locked, pick up the bomb and press the bow button at the same time, jump, hit B and enter your menu, and then unequip your shield, exit the menu and hit the bow button while exiting the menu. If you did this correctly, your bomb should be on your arm. This is something you can do really quickly despite that long set of instructions. You can also get this by standing in front of a bomb with a one-handed weapon out, put away your weapon and unequip your shield at the same time you pick up the bomb, throw the bomb, and then detonate it. Equip a new shield, and then when you pull a bomb and switch to a new weapon, the bomb will be put on your arm and you just have to unequip your shield again. This method is slower though. This trick is useful for comboing different things and another trick later on. Bomb slipping is done by holding a bomb over your head, walking backwards, and then hitting Y and backflipping. This pulls your weapon out and then sends the bomb flying in front of you. But the more important part of this trick is that when you go to do the backflip, if you space it correctly, Link should do a really fast backflip, and this can lead to some cool things. And this trick in general can lead to cool combos. You can combine the bomb slip with a Daruk Parry, or even a Daruk Perfect Parry, and this is a super cool trick for getting enemies off you. If you've marked an enemy, this is also a really good way to get Thunderclap Rush if you do it with a Daruk Perfect Parry. A Daruk Launch is performed by getting a Daruk Parry or a Daruk Perfect Parry with a bomb slip while walking up a slope. This is super hard to do because you have to time the walking up the slope at the same time you bomb slip it while walking forward. If you do this correctly though, you will get launched in the air and this can make for some pretty cool clips. There are 4 main ways that we can quick rush, with different ways to achieve them. There's the physical quick rush, the water quick rush, the Daruk quick rush, and the super quick rush. Physical quick rushing is done by bomb slipping while you're backflipping a flurry rushable attack. Water quick rushing is done by standing in shallow water, attacking, and then immediately backflipping a flurry rush, and then immediately following up with a flurry rush. Daruk quick rushing is done by Daruk perfect parrying and then side hopping a flurry rushable move. And a super quick rush is done by holding a bomb over your head after performing a Daruk perfect parry and then side hopping a flurry rushable attack. This one has the added effect of displacing your bomb. The Team Rocket Rush is done by attacking a Bokoblin as you backflip a flurry rushable move, and then following up with preferably an ice weapon. You don't actually really have to do this because this trick is based on Link flying into the Bokoblin and hitting his collision. Okay, so I'm going to be showing you some advanced ways to activate Thunderclap Rush, as well as get a mark and chase them all in one little combo. The Targetless Rush is done by getting a mark on an enemy, activating Thunderclap Rush anywhere that you can't get a lock on, and then when you see the Flurry Rush prompt, this has to be done with a one-handed weapon. Perform the spin attack and mash Y. If you do this correctly, you should still launch to the enemy even without locking on. This is super hard to do though, and it's not practical. Another thing that you can do is perfect parry, going side to side, so side hopping side to side. You can chain rushes. Daruk perfect parry into a Daruk rush, and then once you get out of it, side hop and perform it again. If you do this correctly, you can chain these over and over again because Daruk perfect parries don't use up Daruk's protection. This is pretty hard to do, but this can actually be really useful for getting a lot of damage. Now, I'm going to be showing you a couple ways to get a mark and chase the enemy all in one combo, so let's get into it. The easiest way to do this is with a shield block reset. If you just shield block reset an enemy, and then before you land, perform a flurry rush anywhere, or thunderclap rush, I should say. As soon as you land, you should be able to chase the enemy, but this doesn't work on projectiles. Another way you can do this is by blocking something with Daruk's protection while you're in Thunderclap Rush's bullet time, if that makes sense. So what you want to do is backflip off of something or side hop off of something, get bullet time, and then block something with Daruk's protection while you're in bullet time, and then follow up with a Thunderclap Rush. If you do this all correctly, you should go to the enemy, and this even works on projectiles like Guardian laser beams. I should reiterate that you activate Thunderclap Rush by side hopping or backflipping off of something that can give you bullet time, and then hitting Y and the bow button at the same time. When you land, you should have a Flurry Rush prompt. And another way you can do this is by blocking something with Daruk's protection 0.8 seconds before you land on the ground, and then performing a Daruk Rush. This one's the hardest to do though. And with that, that brings this series to a close. If you had any issues, check the description because I always have written instructions to the glitches that I show in these videos down below. This series took a while to make, so I hope you guys enjoyed it. And another thing, don't forget to check older videos too in case you missed something, or you saw something in this video that you don't quite follow. I also did this series for movement glitches, so check that out as well. Anyway, like, subscribe, let me know if you learned anything and how I did. I wish I could have had an input display for this video series, but that's my bad. I'll have it set up for future things, I'm sure. I know I missed glitches too, but I'm probably going to do an honorable mentions for this series at some point. But with that, thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Peace.